Employers are now able to stop their staff from wearing religious headdresses as well as other religious clothes and symbols, anything from a Christian crucifix to a Hindu bindi.
The European Court has ruled that companies are now allowed to demand that their workers dress neutrally. So, joining us now, television presenter and businesswoman Saira Khan, who agrees with the ruling, and journalist Hannah Youssef, who disagrees. Very good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Hannah, when you wear your headscarf, does your employer say anything about it? Do you get any particular response to it?
No, well, I mean, in the UK, I don't think we have much of a problem when it comes to, people being able to express their religion and still have a job.
You're a journalist and you work currently. You're a student, but you work at the Guardian at the moment.
Yes, right? I'm doing an internship at the Guardian, but I do think that the ruling does send a message, and that message sort of, it will ultimately alienate people because it legitimises intolerant views, and it sort of gives the green light to employers to discriminate.
What does wearing the headscarf mean to you as a young Muslim woman?
Well, the headscarf means a lot of things for lots of different women, and I don't think mine...
So to you, what does it mean to you?
Well, to me, it's a reconciliation of, my Muslim background and my European culture, and but that's not. I can't say that's the same for everyone.
Do you wear it because of modesty and because you need to cover up your hair?
Not necessarily, no. For me, it's more of a cultural thing.
Because I wonder
for a lot of women, that is the case. That is a modesty thing or a spiritual thing. It brings them closer to God, or it can be a feminist statement. Or...
Because I wonder if you wear it for modesty because you think it's important to cover up your hair, then would it be even more difficult if someone asked you to remove it?
Yeah, because the hair is a very private part for some women, and I think asking someone to reveal something that's private is quite unacceptable. And this isn't going to make Muslim women think, oh, okay, I'm going to take off my scarf now so I can get a job. It will make them stay at home and sort of take them out of the workforce.
Sorry, you don't agree. Why?
Well, I think this ruling, we have to put it into context of what it is that the companies who have policies where across the board they say we don't want any religious or political embellishments at work. We want it to be neutral for whatever reason. We feel that, we want to stick to that. And the reason it went to court is because two Muslim women who wore the headscarf took the companies to court, and this is a ruling as a result of that. Now, I think in the workplace, I think actually this is a common sense for companies, because we now know where they stand with their policies, but also for if I'm looking for a job, if I know that the company won't accept certain things that I'm really proud of, then I just won't apply to that company.
You would be offended.
So I think it's made it quite clear
How would
to
you
people.
feel? How would you feel if I said to you, actually, sorry, before we go on air, do you mind? I don't like your jacket.
Okay,
right, I just don't like
Piers,
it.
This isn't about you saying it to me. This is about a company who have got policies.
ITV says they don't like you wearing a jacket. They want you to wear a suit.
Well, then we'd have to. Also, you can't just single out.
How do you feel?
No. It's not about a feeling, this is about a ruling. And if you cannot single out a person for wearing a religious outfit just because of their religion...
Hang on.
No, hold on.
Hang on.
A company cannot...
It's partly religion, but as we've already just been discussing, it's more than that. It's a spiritual thing.
Absolutely.
It's something that women...
So if a company discriminated against Hannah for wearing a headscarf, they would be discriminatory.
It's not your show, Sarah.
No, I know, but you're not.
You wouldn't mind letting me finish my sentence? My point is this. It's not just about religion for a lot of Muslim women who wear it. It can be for modesty reasons to do with their, the culture that they've grown up in. Who are we to say to women, you must be less modest at work? Sorry.
I'm not saying it's we. This is a company. If a company decides that it doesn't want political or religious embellishments at work across the board, this applies to Jewish people, it applies to Christian people, it applies to Islamic people. It's interesting that we've only got a lady in a headscarf. We should also have a Jewish person here, a Sikh person here, a Christian person here, because it affects everybody. And particularly for that company.
I think Sarah is right that the ruling is aimed at all religions, but let's be honest, that this will disproportionately affect Muslim women. And, I do agree that it does provide clarity for employers to decide who they want in their work, but I don't think Muslim women have that.
What about women who are not Muslim who want to wear a headscarf?
And
I mean, seriously.
So
Lots of women wear headscarves.
It applies. If you are going to a company...
What if you're not wearing it for religious reasons?
If you want to go for a company and the company have made it very clear they do not want political or whatever,
but what if you're a non-Muslim who is wearing it... What if you're a white English woman at work who actually quite likes the look of a scarf as part of her clothing? Do we ban...
The rule still applies.
It doesn't, though, does it?
It does apply.
It doesn't.
It does apply.
It doesn't apply.
Well, the thing is then a company director...
Because it's not religious. It's not being worn for religious reasons.
A company director will then actually use their common sense and actually say to that person, look, we don't actually, want you to wear it for whatever reason, or we may want you to wear it. It doesn't matter. This isn't a personal thing. This is a ruling, a legal ruling.
Do you ban hats in the workplace? Caps? Do you ban everything?
You take a common sense approach. That's what most companies do.
The common sense approach appears... Your idea of common sense appears to be if you're a Muslim woman wearing it for whatever reason, you're not allowed to wear a scarf. If you're an English white woman, you can wear one.
I'm saying common sense. It's not religious. It's a common sense approach. And in this country,
I don't think it is common sense.
In this country, we've had 5 high-profile cases where religious dress cases have been taken to the European Courts of Human Rights. And what this ruling actually stops is that kind of suing to take place.
Can companies stop people wearing poppies on television?
It depends on the company.
Do you think they should?
It depends on the company.
Do you think they should be allowed to?
My personal opinion is if you... Look, I run a company and I would not enforce that kind of ruling. I actually look at skills, I look at talent, and I look at my bottom line.
Should any company in Britain... Now, according to this, they could have the right...
I can't talk for every company in Britain.
I'm not asking you to talk for companies. I'm asking you whether you think, as a result of this law, it is right that a company would be able to stop its employees wearing poppies. Because they're a political statement.
I live in Britain and I don't think that ruling will affect many companies in Britain because in Britain we don't have a culture of neutrality. Okay. So that's where I think we are very different.
Can I just give you the last word? And if an employer did ask you to remove your headscarf under this new ruling, would you?
Well, no, I wouldn't. And I think it sends a message that, Muslim women can't be in the workforce if they want to be follow their religion.
So you would leave your job rather than comply with that?
And I mean a French MP, the French elections are coming up. He took the ruling as an endorsement of he supports Marine Le Pen's Front National.
Right, Marine Le Pen's laughing her head off.
He took it as an endorsement of the Front National. He said even the ECJ is voting.
Okay.
I just don't know why anybody would look at Hannah and think this is in any way offensive to anybody ever. I mean, how is that look offensive?
It depends on the company's, objective and what their corporate image is and what their, values and principles are. Right. It's not a personal thing.
Saira, thank you very much
indeed. It's pretty personal if you're the one wearing the scarf, isn't it?